The Everything Sequel Podcast is brought to you by the Vegas Beer Guys and the Everything Sequel Podcast.
Everything Sequel contains explicit language. And why the fudge not, you melon farmer?
Hello and welcome to the Everything Sequel Podcast. This is an impossible edition. It's impossible we're still talking about these movies. We're talking Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. My name is Michael Shantz of the How Dare You Awards. Joining me, the man trying to steal my lighter, Tom Stewart of Lonesome Whistle Productions. Say hi, Tom.
Or as we like to call it, Monday. Hold for laughter. They never come. Was this a laugh line in the many theatrical showings of this movie you've attended?
I only attended one theatrical showings, sir.
Oh, really? So, well, you saw Final Reckoning twice, but not this. So it makes it even more baffling that you've seen this movie so many times. What is it? What is your fascination with this movie? Truly.
I don't know. Maybe I'll find out as we talk about it.
Okay. You're probably not going to like it more after we've talked about it.
I'll stick up for it, if and when I can.
Oh. It's not a matter of if, it is a matter of
Let
when.
me put it this way.
And how often?
I think it's quite obvious this is not as strong a movie as, say, the last three movies we talked about. That goes without saying. But I think it's a pretty easy watch. I think it's a fun watch. I have a good time. I'm watching it. I like all the new characters. Almost all the new characters.
Be careful. That's a statement and a half.
I like Haley Atwell.
All the new characters?
I like Haley Atwell.
What about
I like Paris.
What about Pale Ninja?
Yeah, I like her.
What?
Yeah.
She's not a character. Anyway.
Well, she becomes a character in the next movie.
Oh, barely. Yeah, it's interesting. I was going to ask, are you also a fan of the Now You See Me films?
Well, no. I mean, but again, like, I just rewatched the first one like a month ago.
Yeah.
Because I thought because the third one was coming out imminently, but it's not. Yeah. It's coming out maybe not till Christmas or something.
This Christmas?
Yeah, I thought it was like a...
That's not that. It's only a couple of months.
I thought it was a summer release. I think it's one of those movies those movies are infinitely dumb, but like still like kind of watchable in their dumbness.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately, where I find myself very attracted.
Is this going to go to a dark place very quickly?
No, I just find myself at home being attracted.
Quick, finish your thought. My mind is racing with possibilities.
Yeah. I find
you're
myself
home and you're attracted.
I find myself attracted to watching dumb, bad movies at home lately.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that, but this is just a failure, isn't it?
I don't think it's a total failure.
I was thinking,
which one did I rank higher? Probably
I think
Final Reckoning. Yeah.
I have this above Final Reckoning.
But I have this above 3 and you don't. You have J.J. Abrams above this, I believe.
I do.
Hoofa.
Hoofa indeed. Jajufa. I was thinking about this just before we came on. Like, I think before I'd seen this movie for our purposes, because I didn't go and see it at the movie theater.
No, of course not.
It would have felt like walking in the middle of a movie.
You're a movie lover that doesn't go to the movies.
Well, that's changing. But I wouldn't be able to jump into the series this late, for sure.
Right.
I honestly kind of thought how you like it can't be that bad. It must be half decent. And I left thinking, no, that wasn't good at all. That didn't fire on any cylinders at all.
Well, I've got bad news for you, friend.
115% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, but 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That makes no sense. That's an inaccurate number. The reception for this movie.
I remember thinking the same exact thing because I remember the reception not being great for this movie, and I thought, why is it at 96%? But
it's a random number generator.
It can't be a revision of history like a movie from the 80s, like The Thing. It's too recent.
I mean, it's nonsense, right? You say 96?
Yeah, that's 2% better than the movies we love.
But I don't think you'd find a single person who thinks that that's the case.
Well, I think we could find a single person, but I take your point.
But he would also be peeing into a cup and then
his own mouth
it in the middle of a freeway. Well, I mean that's insane. No other word for it.
Well, we'll get to it. We'll hash it out.
Yeah, I mean it's in a sense I wouldn't be surprised if this was the movie that J.J. Abrams directed, because it's the one that seems from the outside like it could be fine. But it ain't fine.
All right, calm down. We'll get to it.
I'm just... Well, you gave me 96%. What am I going to do? Take that line down?
You're going to have to.
If it was like 54%, I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll speak up occasionally for this movie. Not now. That's what I'm up against. Fuck you. Fuck you, movie.
People just wanted a good time.
I wanted a good time. Listen, I'm looking for, the feeling I get from a Roger Bond movie. That's not. I don't think
a high bar.
I don't think that's a high bar. I think it's everything else that is loaded into this movie that's the problem.
What do you mean? Everything else that's loaded in?
All the emotions and the conversations and the...
Yeah, there's one thing I don't like in movies is conversations and people having emotions. What are you talking about?
I mean, it should be kept to a minimum in this kind of a movie. Anyway, we'll see as we go.
Yeah. Well, certainly.
I mean, it's the sheer inability to tell a story that irritates me about these last two movies.
All right, that's fine. I mean, I get that.
Yeah. I mean, when you tell me the twists and turns are great, but if there are too many twists and too many turns, I stop caring.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize at a point, you just haven't decided what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you're throwing all the options out there.
Well,
and hoping one of them sticks.
Right. Well, it's funny because I had so many more problems with this movie. I was more like you the first time I saw it. I had way more problems. What you need to do is watch it more.
I'm not buying your pitch. I'm sorry. I'm not going to become part of your pyramid scheme.
We'll talk about it as we go along, but I had plenty of problems when I first saw this movie. The rewriting of its own lore and history of the film.
Terrible.
That's the thing I hated the most, and it's not good. And when I excise that out, like a doctor, just taking out the cancerous part, what's left, I'm still having a kind of a good time.
So basically, your subsequent viewings were the chemotherapy in this analogy.
Yeah,
they were just there to kill the remaining cells of hate. Yes, okay.
Well, we're talking Mission Impossible. It's Dead Reckoning Part 1. It's a 2023 film directed by McQ once again, Mr. Christopher McQuarrie. The movie had a budget of $291 million. That's where, even that budget number, you're like, yep, that's why the movie's bloated. Look at that budget. But opening weekend of 54.6 million, in the USA 172.6 million, and in the world $571.1 million. And I remember there was a feeling of regret when this movie came out.
Disowned it.
Yeah. So much so that they wouldn't keep the title for the second film. And it was sort of like a what happened feeling for everybody involved. Because you have this, what do we say, it was an $800 million something worldwide that Fallout gained. And, you know, it felt like the series had not gone out, but, you know, it certainly crescendoed to this peak with that movie monetarily and critically. And then I think they were expecting the same thing for this movie. And then they came back and certainly the narrative was it shit the bed.
Yes.
Even though all of this is, you know, it's making money, but
that was my
when your budget's almost $300 million and you don't make that back in the USA, it's not a good sign.
Yeah. I mean, it was part of a trend of older franchises with older stars that was starting to lose the movie-going public. Like, you know, Dial of Destiny, I think, suffered from the same fate, you know, and they're kind of similar in their projects, really.
Yeah, when they say they want to do one last great movie for the fans, and the fans are like, we're good.
The fans are like, you did that.
Yeah.
We like good movies,
right.
Movies where stuff is good and not just for us, for general audiences. That's what we like about it. We don't want stuff addressed to us. We want good quality content, or that's what they should be saying. Yeah,
we have another very speedy Paramount logo, but my note is
breaking news that Skydance is celebrating 10 years.
Yeah, so it's just Paramount and Skydance, which to me is indicative of Skydance starting to gain power and momentum towards what they just did.
Skydance is the entity.
They themselves are, I was just going to say, they're gobbling up other entities themselves and becoming the entity.
Yeah. And again, on our Pitch a Sequel episode, we can talk about the Paramount Skydance merger, which is, you know, wouldn't have happened without these movies.
Mm-hmm.
And has taken on, you know, a national political character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like this is to paraphrase Will Arnett at the beginning of Lego Batman movie. This is the house that Mission Impossible built. Right? Skydance is 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
These movies must have been their biggest hits.
I guess, yeah.
And they brought us to the brink of democratic collapse, it seems.
So there's that.
That's a better story than the one we're actually telling here.
All right, settle down.
It starts well.
I was going to say, you got a problem with this cold open? We're under ice. We got submarines.
Well, I have problems with parts of it, but I think it's a good cold open. I'm happy for them to do their own version of The Hunt for the Red October.
Yeah.
But doing it with subtitles isn't as effective as doing the lip trick.
A lip trick is good. I like the lip trick.
Lip trick is one of the great movie moments.
Yeah.
Big popular movie moments. Listen, I'm no
Don't you watch current movies, though? Sorry to interrupt you, but don't you watch current movies?
I feel like you already know the answer to this question you're asking.
No, it's a simple question, but I watch movies that have submarines now.
Yeah.
And go back to Hunt for Red October, and it's the total opposite of like helicopters and planes. I'm like, they really seem to know what to do with CGI submarines now.
Uh-huh.
They look
you know why
better.
that is? It's because it's underwater. So it's like having like a Vaseline filter over the lens when you're underwater, essentially. So you can make any old garbage look, and it looks so dramatic.
Yeah.
It already kind of looks like a painting. Even the real thing doesn't look real.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, have we ever seen? I'm having an existential crisis here. Has there ever been like a practically real shot of a submarine underwater?
I don't
in
know.
real life?
Yeah, that's a
I
good
don't think there
question.
ever has been.
I have no idea.
That would go against the whole idea of it being a submarine.
Mr. Mo, find out
Maybe
if
that's
you've ever
it.
seen a real submarine underwater.
I will. Stop calling me Mr. Mo. Maybe that's it. Maybe because we've never seen the real version of it, we have no idea what it would look like.
True.
So all we know is the movie version of it. But yeah, I mean, submarine drama is a great way to go.
Yeah.
Although this
is pure Hunt for Red October, though, because the torpedo, whatever, the AI disappears the ship that they think is there, and then it comes back to hit themselves. Yeah. You almost want, you killed us, you friggin' ass.
But I mean, they keep saying this is a state-of-the-art submarine, and they really need to establish this, because there are parts of it that look like the interior of the TARDIS from Doctor Who. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that can only be done by trans-dimensional engineering.
You're gonna have to watch it a second time to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, late 60s television, not Mission Impossible, but late 60s television was full of submarine and pseudo-submarine drama, like obviously Star Trek, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. So it's interesting. It must be so hard for filmmakers to track where we are in our relationship with Russia. Because in 2023, we were anti-Russia. Now we're pro-Russia again.
Right.
Within the space of 2 years. The official policy, official line, obviously.
Yes, right.
Putin is a monster, and any right-thinking person
believes
that. Would know that, yeah. But in terms of where the government are, that has changed even since 2023.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. And, well, you mentioned Hunt for the Red October, but I'm getting more Crimson Tide vibes from here with the Tony Scott Dutch angles.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And then, obviously this is all feeling very kind of classic genre fiction feel to it.
Yeah.
And I guess the modern twist on that is AI fucking with us and turning against us.
Sure.
Which is something we see in our everyday lives now.
Yeah, but usually they're just making tits bigger, so I'm okay with that.
But are those really tits?
Right.
That's what you have to ask yourself. So, yeah. Anyway, this is... You said that, isn't this great for your cold open? Yeah, this is great for a cold open. Therefore, I want the titles to come right after we leave the summary.
Yeah, true. Me too.
Which is not what happens, unsurprisingly, for this stage of the series.
We come to my first of problems for this movie.
Another even longer, even more pretentious code word sequence.
Yeah.
And my note here is, this is where I started to get really wary of that the movie wouldn't meet my mediocre expectations. I was like, this is already much less fun than it should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess know
for
not
me,
fun.
For me, my problem the first time I saw it, and I still have this problem for all 4 times I've watched it. My problem is this idea of the oath. Because this is the first time we're hearing this, and it feels late in the game to start talking about the oath of the IMF.
And I've already said this in a previous episode, but you have 30 years of content to jump into if you wanted to expand on something.
Yeah, right.
And you've literally picked one thing that happened right before the beginning of the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's looking a gift horse in the mouth in terms of, if you want to add something to the mythology.
Yes, right.
I mean, it's the definition of retconning.
Yes, absolutely. You never have any sense for a single moment in 6 movies. 6? 6 movies that Ethan Hunt was a criminal.
No, that's the big issue with it. I'll accept any. Well, I'll accept, because we don't know anything about him pre-IMF.
They make it seem like they were all criminals, too. Benji was just working at a fucking computer at the IMF/traffic depot.
That's the problem, is that I might buy it for one of them.
We know that Luther was disavowed from the first movie, so
Right.
But I don't know. It's just
it's bullshit.
It's problematic.
And the fact that even they abandon it in the next movie, effectively, because his criminal status is all because he was, A-Team framed for a crime he didn't commit.
Right.
He was Richard Kimballed.
All of A-Team is on sale for $25 right now.
$25.
Yeah.
That's less. I mean, I don't know how many episodes there were, but that is definitely less than $1 per episode.
I know.
Oh my god, that sixth season is not good, but fuck.
Yeah, exactly. I kept thinking about, is it worth
Post Robert Vaughn?
Right.
Fucking courtroom scenes that last 30 minutes. Come on, guys.
Let's get to it. Come on.
Clearly their action budget was cut.
I just want fucking Dwight Schultz yelling for trash bags. Let's go.
He said, Robert Vaughn said they brought me in for the sixth season because the ratings were low and they feared getting cancelled. And then then the ratings got even lower after I came in, and then they cancelled it anyway. So he said I was like the nail in the coffin of the series. I was supposed to save the series.
I like that kind of candor.
Oh, yeah. He was under no illusion what he was doing there.
Somebody explained to me this whole thing. Like, they also try to sell this whole oath thing by making the kid who's doing the delivery service say the oath to Ethan Hunt, and then he's like, you made the right choice, and you see that shot of the kid being filled with pride about being in the IMF.
Nonsense.
Oh, terrible.
They're just professionals. They're just people. They're just They do the job because they were hired to do it, because their skills lean that way. That's it.
Right.
It was never anything else behind that. So yeah, okay, good. Well, I'm glad we both agree on that, because that would be a hard one for me to concede.
Yeah.
that was in any way.
No, we're on the same page.
And then we go into a scene that's kind of a cross between Lawrence of Arabia, Dune, and Star Trek V.
Well, first we get the message. We get the message from Zersey, from Kittredge, and it's so funny that like Kittredge.
Return of the Zern.
Yeah, it's so funny that Kittredge is back, and it's the first time we're seeing him since the first movie, and yet I feel like he's been there the whole time, and yet he's not.
This is a Mayor Peck situation, isn't it?
A what?
A Mayor Peck from Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We don't hear about Walter Peck for fucking generations.
Yeah.
Suddenly he's the mayor. I mean, that does happen in politics.
I don't know. I find that one, we've talked about this before. For some reason, I still find that one more egregious than this. But
the only defense I have of it, when I was playing devil's advocate, is that, did you ever think that the people who are now currently in Trump's cabinet, who were like Nixon's right-hand men, would ever be back in government, right?
Yeah, right.
Things change, the institution changes, it goes through cycles, and the same old, horrible.
That's true.
Horrible
Plus, I do think he's a great
back up to the surface.
I do think he's a great character. I like Kittredge versus Hunt. I like that dynamic, but
I think it's a great instinct to do to do one full circle original legacy character, and I like that it's Kittredge.
Yeah.
I'd like it if it was just Kittredge, and also that Kittredge was the only person in authority that we dealt with in this movie. And that's the thing, like, that it feels like they're casting people less because they have a role to play in the movie, more that they're in cult TV and movies that people will naturally gravitate towards them.
Yeah, right.
So, like that committee that we see at the beginning of the movie after we have the Star Trek V scene, you've got cast members of Sherlock, one of the creators of Sherlock, Princess Bride, Game of Thrones, Catastrophe.
Right.
It's hard to dislike. And then the next movie, you've got, Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
The woman from Ted Lasso. They're all people who it's hard to hate.
Yeah, right.
And I think that's deliberate. Because you instinctively hate them because they don't need to be in the movie and they're terrible characters. All of them. So they might as well be played by people that people can sort of convince themselves that they liked it because they like those people.
Yeah,
I'll watch Rob Delaney, do anything. He's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Gatiss have a bit of an issue with, but a lot of people do still like him.
Wait, who?
Mark Gatiss.
Which one's that?
I couldn't tell you. He's one of the shirts. You've seen Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah.
The talk show host.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Co-created Sherlock.
Okay.
With Stephen Moffat.
Oh. Not Benedict. Not Cumberbatch.
He's like the British J.J. Abrams, Stephen Moffat, on a much smaller scale. He's ruined just as many of my favorite franchises, though. Excellent. Sherlock Holmes, Doctor Who, Tintin.
What was the third one?
Tintin.
Oh, Tintin. I thought you said Denton, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
You don't know the 70s British sitcom Denton?
It's a sequel to Dentine. It's all about gum.
And, this scene where they're sat around talking... I know I said I didn't like the conversations of this movie.
Wait, are we past the desert scene?
Well, we kind of go in and out of the desert, don't we? When we go back and
do they cross-cut? No, I don't think so, because Ethan has to go to the desert, and then he comes because he becomes whatever.
So we think Ilsa dies.
Right.
Right, that's the outcome of that.
Yeah.
That scene. And they're obviously like, oh, Dune is popular, so let's do something with sand. I mean, that's the logic behind that set piece, I think.
You're always making these connections.
Well, I see through them. They're they're mercenary. I was thinking about this the other day.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you think that's conscious or unconscious?
Yes. Conscious.
Okay.
I think they're too commercially minded. I think the reason these films, you can't remove this from the historical context of all movies are getting longer.
Yeah.
I don't buy the argument that, we want to spend time with the characters. Well, why didn't you want to do that in Rogue Nation or Ghost Protocol? Because movies were shorter then. That's the only reason.
Mm-hmm.
Movies are longer now, so we got to expand our canvas somehow without increasing the amount of content of the movie.
Kind of like that green smoke, though.
Sure. Well, I think
I'll put that one up on the chalkboard. He said sure. Green smoke counts.
There's something to be said for this conversation they're having about what is now the role of intelligence gathering in an era of AI. That's an interesting topic, just not when done this slowly.
Mm-hmm.
And also, again, and somehow the better movies in this series still do this and are yet good, but flashing back to what we just saw.
Yeah, right.
Ridiculous. I mean, how could we have forgotten what just happened?
I know.
Minutes into the movie. And again, this is where it gets tiresome. It's like all of this committee, they all have notes on realism for the IMF again.
Right. Well, and also because what's his name? Wesley. Carrie Elwes. Because Carrie Elwes is behind on the intelligence, he doesn't even know what IMF is, and they have to catch him up on that.
Yeah.
But we as the audience know all of that.
Right.
Already.
Yeah. But also,
I think they're just doing it for the joke of we just leave word.
Yeah, and interesting use of the term joke, but yes. And
that's my point.
I know that's your point. I wanted to underline that. But it's this idea that what the IMF do is kind of stupid espionage.
Mm-hmm.
Espionage is fucking stupid. That's what's great about it. It's a bunch of people in fucking Groucho Marx disguises.
Yeah. Well, plus, the IMF has proved over and over and over again. They're kind of useful.
It reminds me of that great Norm Macdonald bit that Seinfeld always requests, where he's pretending to be Nixon in the David Frost interview, when he kind of used how ridiculous Watergate was to his own benefit to make it look like they were asking him ridiculous questions. So when David Frost says, they went into the Watergate Hotel wearing wigs and listening devices, and he says, you may say they were wearing hearing devices, some would call them listening devices, and wigs. And it's like, yeah, that is the level of fucking espionage. The IMF is kind of it's a slightly, like, bubblegum version of that, but not much.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole line, I don't know. I think it's there because people have plausibility problems with this. But if you've got plausibility problems, don't watch the movie. I mean, go watch something else, right?
Sure.
You got to buy into a certain level suspension of disbelief, right? Or is it just me that do we not do that anymore?
No, I'm on your side.
So why do we have to have a scene about addressing this? Like, who's asking these questions that need addressing?
Cary Elwes.
Right, but who's he representing in the world of the movie?
Isn't he the Secretary of Defense or?
Yeah.
What is he?
He looks good in a hat.
Okay.
He's very kind of like cutscene from JFK look about him.
What about the mask pull? Does that work for you?
There were no cutscenes in JFK. Yeah, I like the mask. I think the mask fun. I like that they can still pluck playfulness out of this well of misery that we're falling into. Although it does lead into that title sequence.
Yeah.
Which is just a reminder of the automated hell we now live in. And I found eminently depressing. Instead of exciting and inspiring the way that these sequences usually are.
I did write down that this is a 28-minute cold open.
They seem like they're actively trying to beat No Time to Die.
Yeah.
For the record. They want the cold open record, don't they? I think they beat No Time to Die.
I mean, the problem
is
they discovered something that's a good hard cut, because Zerny getting shot with the a dart gun when he sees that Hunt is putting on his face, and he says, "Of course." He gets that's a good hard cut, but you don't need the hard cut 2 credits. You have a cold open. That's the submarine.
Yeah.
You could just hard cut out of this in your fucking movie.
Yeah. Yeah, we should be 20 minutes into the movie by now.
But it's still fun.
Yeah, that part is fun. A lot more. And as well, I started to wonder, because the Dutch angles were outside the submarine, whether they were more a tribute, because Kettridge is there too, the De Palma Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Of the original,
I noticed that too.
Angles. So I wonder whether they're it just looks right if Kittredge
is in the scene. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why, but if I tilt the camera, this looks right.
It's just something good about that.
He hasn't aged at all, has he?
No, he looks great.
He hasn't aged a day. It's crazy.
He gets it in a Scream movie. One of those recent ones.
Yeah. It feels like
we'll get there eventually.
It feels like time has stood still for him, which is why re-including him in this movie really works for me.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing is when you bring back Walter Peck with his at this point William Atherton's basically a skeleton. When he's sitting at the they're propping him up at that desk as a pole.
Yeah, he didn't look well.
Digitally removed. But here it's just no, fuck, I don't know, I've been pounding monkey glands for the last 30 years, and now I'm back. He's a very handsome guy.
He is.
I always thought he deserved more work, because I think he's really good.
I do too.
Feel like there's a Frasier that he's in that's very good.
Well, I don't remember.
If he wasn't a guest star in Frasier, then something went wrong, because he should have been.
Well, my next note is that Ethan and Benji and Hunt are talking the entity.
Yes.
And it's not exactly the same as Solomon Lane.
Well, I mean, it's insubstantial for one thing.
Yeah.
They're talking about air.
Right.
As opposed to a person.
But that's the risk you take. I mean, they try to put it in the guise of Isai Morales.
That makes it worse.
But yeah, and it's funny too because I like Isai Morales as an actor.
Oh yeah,
And he looks
great. La Bamba.
great in this movie. Like, he'd be such a good villain, but...
He looks like a young Ricardo Montalban in this movie. He really does.
Okay.
They should have rebooted Fantasy Island with him instead of whoever they did it with.
What's his name? Well, what?
Oh. Yes.
You know.
I know.
Fuck. I'm blanking on his name, but
it ain't gonna come. If it hasn't come now, it's not gonna come.
You know, he's in Ant-Man and Moonfall.
Yeah. He's a great actor.
He's so good.
He is very
good. End of
good.
Watch. He's in everything.
This is where you can you dub the name in afterwards? Mr. Black. Mr. Black.
God damn it.
Now you have to remember a movie. He's at least you know Ant-Man.
Yeah, let's see.
What was that terrible movie, American Crime?
Michael Pena.
Michael Pena, of course.
Yeah.
He's... I can't believe we couldn't remember the one Latin American actor who...
I was going to say it sounds pretty racist that we can't remember his name.
And he was the only Latin guy in anything.
We both would be like, yeah, Evangeline Lilly. We don't remember her. And Michael Douglas and Paul Rudd and what was the other guy's name?
John Wayne. Other famous racists of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think you got to go man or machine. You can't have
both.
Man with machine bitch. It just doesn't work.
No, machine with man bitch.
Sorry, machine with man bitch, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man with machine bitch can work. But that's not what this is.
That's what he's trying to do in the second one, I guess.
But he's doing it seemingly by trying... Okay, yeah, in the second one. In this one, he gets into a coffin and then breathes in the computer.
Yeah, right.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, I think that's an accurate description.
Okay.
There's certainly tubes involved.
How many times have you seen this movie?
4.
And it gets better, you say?
Yeah.
Is that scene omitted from later screenings?
No, like, this is the kind of movie that you could just let wash over you. You turn your brain... If you turn your brain off...
Selectively.
Turn your brain off, it gets quite good.
But this is why I can't get on board with what you're saying about... Like, conceptually, I can get on board with the idea. I want to sit down and watch a dumb, stupid movie.
Yeah.
But a dumb, stupid movie to me is always somewhat humorous.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't take itself too seriously.
They do...
This is the opposite of that.
Yeah, they do. Well, that rot comes full circle in the next movie, but it starts here.
Yeah, the next movie is definitely gloomier, but this is pretty gloomy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I have a disconnect with that. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I think you would watch a different movie than this, one that didn't take itself so seriously.
I get it.
So I've got counter arguments. Up the yin yang.
All right, why don't we take our first break?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, with
ding ding. Go to your neutral corners.
I know. It felt like you sense what I sense. Right now, it's about a tie. Let's go to our corners. We'll
get
see
a
who
shoulder rub. Get a rub
we'll see
down.
Who dominates in the next round. We've got a sense of each other.
Get one of those squeeze bottles and get some water.
We've got to read on our strengths and weaknesses.
Put your mouthpiece back in.
I like to think I know something about beer. But nowadays, even I get overwhelmed when confronted by the exhaustive selection of craft beers they have at bars, breweries, and even grocery stores. Back in the day, you had one, maybe 2 craft beers to choose from, and if you were confused, you ordered a Guinness. But in beerstinations like San Diego, the craft beer options lately are in double, sometimes even triple digits. So what's a beer drinker to do? You need what I need. The Vegas Beer Guys. Your beer of choice should be a perfect blend of malt and hops. And so a live show about beer needs that same balance. And the Vegas Beer Guys matches beer expert Dan Aker with self-proclaimed beer novice Stephen J. Weiss. The results are eminently drinkable. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They'll try new beers. They'll tell you about beers. Think of them as your beer Sherpas guiding you up a foamy-headed mountain to reach the peak of your pint. God, I need a beer.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Tom and I are here sparring as we talk about
Gently sparring.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
You're susceptible to some of my blows.
Yeah, you know, I'm absorbing him.
Yeah.
Well, the next thing I know, we're at the airport.
Trying to pull people's faces off.
Yeah.
It's my favorite moment of the film.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it is. I like that. I like that that's they're using the masks quite well thus far in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
For comedy and for, suspense.
We add Haley Atwell.
Twist.
And I like her.
The new girl.
Mm-hmm.
Cruise can't help himself.
No.
He's kind of keeping a low-key harem throughout this series.
Yeah, but I like I like where Benji and Luther discover might be a bomb at the airport, so they're working together but not letting Cruise, Ethan Hunt know yet.
I have a question for you. Do you think they made Ethan Hunt and all the IMF agents thieves so it didn't look like they were going back to Thandie Newton in Mission Impossible 2? Because that's the last thief ally we had. The last cat burglar ally. So did they just want...
No, I think it's more... No, I think it's... To hear them talk about it, it feels like they are...
they're famously liars.
True.
They believe they're Scientologists, so... Or one of them is.
Well, but I like to hear McQuarrie and them talk about it. It just feels like they wanted to keep raising emotional stakes for the characters. And they weren't doing that through story, so they had to do that through backstory.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me. Like they thought that this was something that brings dramatic tension to the character arcs or whatever. But
yeah. This is the first time we knew the Ethan Hunt had this backstory.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even going to ask the question, why didn't he mention this to Thandie Newton? That, oh, yeah, I was also a thief like you.
Yeah.
Because it's just, they made it up now.
Right.
That's why. But I would want to stay away from a scene where he's relating to another thief.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't get into this, wait a minute, why didn't he say anything before?
Right. And then you said you didn't remember this, right? Because he starts doing the magic.
I don't know when they do that. Yeah, I don't remember that from the original Mission Impossible.
But he does do magic in that original movie. But it took me, the first time I saw this movie, I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I went, oh, wait. Like, it took me about 15 seconds before I caught up and said he does do magic in that movie.
I think that's a flaw of the movie, too, because I think... I get that they want to go full circle.
Yeah.
But I think most viewers who are watching this either haven't seen the original or have seen it decades ago. I think the sequels are what people know, and I think they should only be referencing those.
Maybe. I don't know.
And I really people's memories go back far enough.
It's part of the canon. It's there. I don't mind them drawing from that.
At least
that doesn't bother me.
Happened.
Yeah.
At least it didn't happen right before the beginning of the first movie.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. Although it just, I don't know, because he's aged since the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
He just feels like a cheesy dad when he does it. Like,
that might be part of it, yeah. Because
he
does this
David
one
Copperfield.
maneuver in this one where he kind of, like,
Yeah.
You know, and it looks as though he is not very proficient at it. And to hear him, I heard him on some podcast talking about the number of times McQuarrie had to say, "We got to do it again." I saw it. like it took him a long time to get it right. And it was really pissing him off that he couldn't get it on camera, but it took a while.
What do you think about this? I can't make my mind up whether this idea of, because all of this scene is about second guessing what the computer's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that just what movies are going to be now in the age of AI, that we have to work that into our storytelling somehow? Because what it feels like is that it's an albatross around the neck of this movie, that we have to go through the motions of this every time.
Mm-hmm.
But should I just get used to this being what movies are like from now on? Because it's the AI logic will inevitably...
Yeah, I guess it's too early to tell.
Movies. Yeah. Because AI logic is going to become storytelling logic at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering whether these are the first signs of it.
Maybe.
Well, the computer wants me to do this, so I'm going to do this. But then the computer knows I'm going to do this, so I'll do the thing I was originally going to do, but with a twist.
That's more the next movie, too. Like, there's more of that in the next movie.
I have to outwit the computer.
Yeah.
We
have to do the thing it least expects us to do, which is work together. Shake my hand. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't talk yourself out of your enjoyment.
But for right now, I like, you know, whatever. I like Benji working on this bomb and all the questions that they're going through, and
the riddles. Listen, riddles are foolproof. You know how I feel about the first half of Die Hard with a Vengeance. There's never a bad version of this in any adventure.
Right.
I'll watch people, undergo riddles for
anyway, good.
In the movie. And they get the counterfeit and real keys, the pickpockets, who then get their pockets picked. So there's a kind of octopusy Fabergé egg convolution going on.
Yeah. And the Saint, too. Like...
The Val Kilmer Saint?
Yeah, where he whatever he stole, he put on a necklace and gave it to a woman on the plane. And this is a lot more simple. She just puts what she stole into the guy's pocket. But there's that aspect of it.
It's a contemporary of the original, The Saint, isn't it? I mean, they came out around the same time as the original. And they were both the same project, taking 1960s spy series and
redeveloping, right,
in the 90s. Although The Saint didn't go on until 1987, like Mission Impossible did, I don't think. I don't know when the last Saint was. It was Roger Moore, then it was Ian Ogilvy.
Nice.
I don't know when it ended, sometime in the 70s, I think.
I like the addition of Haley Atwell, too. She's good in this scene. She seems to kind of fit in seamlessly with the other actors.
To me, she has the least character of all the female allies. Like, she feels like a placeholder. Like, it was going to be Rebecca Ferguson, and then they had to very quickly write a generic woman.
You mean just because they knew she was quitting, even though she's in this movie?
I didn't know that.
Because I don't know the timing of it.
No, but the way that she exits this movie, they must have... I don't know, maybe Tom Cruise wanted there to be even more women. Mm-hmm. But I understand the bones of the other female characters. The other female allies, I don't get this one at all.
Okay.
She's whatever the movie needs her to be, in whatever bizarre plot turn they're about to do next.
I don't know. I in this scene especially, I like her. She's playful. She's smart.
That's her, though. That's
capable.
Haley Atwell.
Yeah.
The character is nothing. It's as insubstantial as the entity. It's not really there.
No, I think she's a little more there than that.
I think they're going for I think if there was any thought behind it, and I don't think there was, I think that she's meant to be a composite of all the female allies we've seen.
That's interesting.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. But,
the only place where they lose me is when she starts fighting, because you never have a sense that she has any kind of training for fighting, and the next thing you know, she's like disarming buff guys.
Yeah, exactly. She's whatever the movie needs her to be when he needed to be it.
So you're right in the sense that there's a little bit of that Rey Star Wars. You're just good.
Oh yeah,
at everything.
For all of them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Good use of Heathrow Airport. Like,
there you go.
Another good place. Another good place for Tom Cruise to run around.
Yeah,
London.
He runs on top of the to escape, and then we go to Rome.
Yeah, it's a good espionage. There was another. We seem to have at least one GoldenEye reference per movie. The Cold War spy satellites, like when they're looking at those, because now they can't use the latest technologies. They have to go.
They got
to
use old technology. Yeah.
The beta version,
mm-hmm.
And it really looks like when they're looking at Seven Eye nuclear plant by satellite in GoldenEye.
Right.
Yeah, and when we get into Italy, Tom Cruise does the fake lawyer routine that we came up with in Space Force.
Yeah.
which I stole from NYPD Blue.
Nice.
But I think because they don't actually do that, like what I wanted to see was the scene, like of him trying to convince them that he was a lawyer, and that's what they omit.
Yeah,
so the interesting part, the interesting part of the scene is gone. But I think they just wanted to see him holding a law book, like in Paramount's The Firm. I think that's what they wanted. You know, in the same way that, like, for no reason at all, Dial of Destiny suddenly becomes The Fugitive for, like, a couple of scenes. It's sort of like, let's do a different Tom Cruise movie this scene.
Right.
Let's in the next scene, he's, like, shaking a cocktail. And then suddenly an autistic brother appears.
The hippie shake.
And then bikes again. I mean, I feel like I should point out when there aren't bikes rather than when there are bikes, because bikes are what we do.
Yeah, because she gets away from him again, but she's not in a bike. She's in a car, but she steals a cop car, right?
Yeah, and we have a little bit of fun in this sequence. More fun than we have in the rest of the movie.
That's the one I was going to bring up with you, because you said this movie wasn't fun at all, and I said it's got a little bit of fun.
It does have a. It's got a little bit of fun.
It allows for a minor bit of fun.
My favorite part is when they use a random bystander as a battering ram.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's hilarious. Like they because what we have it like they go into they crash and then they have a shell shock sound.
Yeah.
And I was like, here we go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Gonna have 10 minutes of this walking around with shell shock, and then they cut it out. Because they grab a person and use them to like open a door, and I'm like, oh, that's funny. That's good. Have more fun with that sort of stuff.
I like the when they have to find another car and they find an IMF car and they find that little car, but the little car with some juice.
Tiny little yeah. It's very for your eyes only, right?
Yeah.
When the car alarm.
When he slams it like into the wall and the car alarm.
For your eyes only, the henchmen they hit the Lotus and it explodes. Then Roger Moore has to get in this tiny car. It's amazing. They do a similar thing here, and it's good because it's like, oh, we can, in this very technologically themed story, we can just get in a.
Well, also, I like the idea of, because we've never seen Ethan Hunt as anything other than completely capable. And he gets in the car, and I think he reverses it and like crashes.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out here." And then he crashes it again. He goes, "I'm really sorry."
That's the best. That's one of the best things about Ethan Hunt through these movies is that Tom Cruise, who is a very vain man,
mm-hmm.
and one of the big Hollywood egotists, seems to understand that if you make your heroes vulnerable, it's more interesting to watch.
Right.
Like, he obviously thinks he's perfect. But he knows that the audiences get more out of his characters not being in movies. So
you could say at least that much for him.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, but I think that's a big deal. I think that's something that, Seagal doesn't understand.
No, yeah, fuck no.
You know what I mean? Or many, it's more on the Stallone side of,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you like to see your characters beaten up before they win the day. And it's I mean, part of the fun, I think, is unintentional. It's just that it feels it's a mad, mad, mad world because there's just too many storylines going on at once. And they're all converging in this one sequence, so it feels like kind of wacky races almost. So it's not
right, because the cops show up. Well, you have the
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, Shea Wiggum,
Yeah,
and the other
yeah.
guy, yeah.
You have the Rome police, you have the Briggs police, you have Paris chasing them, and them running themselves. So it's a lot of different groups going in different directions. But
yeah,
I also liked the moment where they roll the car. And she was driving, but when they're done rolling, all of a sudden he's in front of the wheel, and they're both like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I do think though I'm over why action films think we want to see cars going down steps.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Saw it once in The Italian Job.
I'm done.
Could have left it at that. Yeah, it's not exciting to me anymore.
You mean the Michael Caine?
Yeah, I now know the cars can go down steps.
I didn't think you meant the Marky Mark.
Well, they probably do it again in the Marky Mark one. Yeah, and then there are glimpses. See, I do have nice things to say about this movie.
Excellent.
I had to do a forensic examination of my notes to find them, but they are here. You know, some of Macquarie's intricate storytelling still holds. Like, you don't get a sense that, I mean, there are whole plot lines that he forgets about, like whole storylines that he forgets about. But when they call back to the paperclip, you're like, oh, you know, these bait and switches, we don't forget that we've had this. Apparently this doesn't apply to whole characters who we could conveniently forget about.
Yeah, right.
But when it comes to these little incidental moments, they're always going to add up to something in the story. So I like that. And I think he does that very well as a director.
That's one of the things I find interesting about her character, too, when she is clearly out of her depth and should take on Tom Cruise, or at least his offer to help her. She's constantly trying to figure out a way to get away from him. And I do find that interesting about her character. I don't know, there's something about her that I really like. And it's probably more the actor than the character, but you're right about that. But
yeah, I think so.
But I latch on to a few things about the character as well.
I understand. And this is Vanessa Kirby comes back at this point, right?
Yeah, well, I know that because they end up crashing their car onto train tracks, and she does what you were talking about, where she picks the lock and cuffs him to the car, and then a train's coming, and they hard cut. You really think he didn't have enough time and he's going to die, but I like that hard cut to him walking on the streets, and he's got the whole fucking wheel in his hands.
Yeah, that's good, yeah. That's good.
And then Benji and Luther pick him up. But then I think they go to a party that everybody's at, right? Gabriel and the White Widow.
Oh, the Midnight
Vanessa
Bowl.
Kirby, and the AI's, the actual music playing. Like the entity is the fucking light show and the music.
Yeah, it's like the Midnight Bowl that they go to is like a live-action, immersive, theatrical rendition of a Bond title sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot to say about it, I see.
No, I'm trying to think of where to go next. I've written down it's the repeating struggle of the team's lives versus mission completion.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of how apathetic I feel towards that at this point. Like, I feel like... I mean, this is the other problem with retconning it, that they have no choice but to be IMF agents.
Mm-hmm.
Because then presumably the idea that Hunt could... Oh yeah, how could Hunt go off and get married?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make a lick of sense.
No.
He couldn't... He had no choice to leave. He couldn't make the choice to leave.
No, it was they told him to marry her.
Okay, that's why That's why it's kind of wearing on me, because I'm like, none of these conversations matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because they has to be an IMF agent till they tell him he's not, which is apparently never.
Yeah, right.
Definitely if Ketteridge is making the call.
Yeah, but at the same time, they always want to disband the whole thing and set them free anyway.
Why would they want to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
If they sworn them to an oath.
Yeah.
None of this makes sense. Okay. Especially without him change, and then that doesn't even makes even less sense that he wouldn't change his name if he was going to go off and get married.
Right. Oh yeah, Gabriel. Gabriel catches.
Yeah.
Atwell.
Mm-hmm.
And takes her to the party, right?
Yeah.
This is where he starts talking all of his nonsense of like, somebody's gonna lay the key before me, and I know this, and it has been seen, and
I was told it when I was in the coffin, breathing in the computer. I don't know why he doesn't sound like Charles Bronson. He's got a
no.
This ain't over. I ain't no Cleveland shooter. I don't cowboy.
I breathed in the computer. You're going to give me the key.
You're either dead certain or dead. But what he says about Hunt is kind of interesting, because he sort of says, to Haley Atwell, or in her presence, you're gonna end up dead if you hang around with him.
Yeah, right.
Not untrue.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we don't know what happened to Paula Patton or Thandie Newton, but the others died. Or
all of them.
Yeah.
One's about to die.
Yeah. So, but also it kind of applies to Cruise as much as it does Hunt as well. He just like works his way through a woman's life. But anyway.
Yeah.
And then this lazy writing thing that I see a lot, not just in this movie. The obsession with having female characters having to verbalize that they like another female character. Like we take a moment in a lot of movies where they go, "Ooh, I like her," and the implication is two women meeting in a movie is still a remarkable incident, and we have to know how they feel about each other because this has never happened before. And we have to be remarkable. Sure. We should be sure that they like each other. It's also it's also the idea that one is the surrogate for the other, which is true in this case. Like they're.
Well, I thought it was the White Widow that says that about Grace. No.
Yeah, but it's sort of saying like basically either of them could be. They're just Tom Cruise's women in Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, that's surrogate. I thought you meant in world. I thought like more because she's more a surrogate for Ilsa.
She does. One does become the other later on in this movie, though. Like, literally.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
One masks as the other.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hate that tendency. I see it so often.
Mm-hmm.
This idea.
And there's like...
Go on.
No, go ahead.
No, you tell me your lazy writing thing, and I'll go back to mine.
No, mine wasn't so lazy as for mine, it was more like they're trying to do spy shit. Like, she actually does have the key on her, but she puts it on Vanessa Kirby's guy. And then, but Cruise knew that. Like, he could, like, they're playing the angles together just through looking at each other. But the movies, again, it's like the movie's telling us that they have built a relationship in the span of minutes. That he has with Ilsa, essentially. Like they know each other on that level. And then they have to start a fight so that they can all escape. But
that old trick.
Gabriel has promised that one of these two women is gonna die.
Yeah. And we're going to the Orient Express.
Oh well, easy.
Okay,
we're not there yet.
Really? What's in between this and going to the Orient Express? Oh, they talk about the Orient Express.
Ilsa dies. There's the whole.
Oh, but that happens so many times. It's barely worth mentioning.
There's that chase, and it goes. Was it the last episode or this episode where you're talking about the scene we always get with the comms of turn left, turn right, and then the AI, the entity, takes it over?
I think my note is that they mention the Orient Express. They're not on there yet.
Oh, okay.
But just like, oh, choosing that's a very kind of...
Yeah, because Gabriel says, whoever has the key is going to bring it to me on the Oriental Express, I think. Yeah.
The Oriental Express. I like the sound of that. It sounds like what Hank Hill calls it. You know, the Oriental Express. But it was just that's such a like an old school genre fiction setting. The Orient Express. I was just like, I mean, you half expect it to be the one from Paddington where the judge gets the pavlova in the face. Kind of, it's like so Hercule Poirot twiddling his mustache. I mean, what? The Orient Express? I mean, if it was me, and providing I could get the tax credits I needed, it would be like a Japanese bullet train or something like...
Yeah.
Like the equivalent of... Because of course, in the original, it was the Eurostar. Before it was even called the Eurostar.
Right.
It was just called the Channel Tunnel, the Channel Tunnel train.
Well, I think they're going Orient Express because it's more romantic.
Yeah, but why do they want it? Like, why do they want an older, slower train?
Because Gabriel's got to jump off of it.
I know, and all that stuff over the mountain, it looks like Back to the Future 3 because it's such a like old timey train. There's there we go. And it's interesting because in this scene, Ethan does the kind of Abrams dialogue babbling Hoffman villain thing here. Like, he's the one who starts, but it's
the thing, there's no place that you can go, or yeah, you're right.
I was like, okay, so now he gets the Abrams Tourette's.
If you go after this woman I like a lot, or this woman that I just met,
I will do something to you. I will not tell you what it's going to be, because I'm J.J. Abrams and I never tell anyone what
but it'll be bad.
But it'll be in the box of being bad. You just won't know what part of it is till you look inside the box. But I'm never going to show you what's inside the box.
It'll give you an extra wrinkle, I'll tell you that much.
Real-time wrinkle, that's for sure.
Real-time wrinkle.
On your balls. And he does more close-up magic in this scene as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, does Tom Cruise have stocks in the Magic Castle or something? Is that owned by Scientologists now? Is it a cross-promotion thing? What's going on? Does he do... So, you said it's a callback to Mission Impossible. Does he do this much magic in Mission Impossible, though?
It's that one scene after they've stolen the knock list and they come back.
Uh-huh.
If you remember when he was getting yanked up,
yes.
it was in his mouth and I think, and then he took it out and he gave it to Jean Reno. And Jean Reno is like, I have this. And he goes, really? Or do you have this?
Mm.
And it's like a disc. It's like a CD.
He put a whole CD in his mouth?
Yeah. Well, in one of those square cases.
Oh my God. In his mouth?
Uh-huh.
I do really think I would have remembered.
You don't remember any of this.
No. Well, we're going to do it for Patreon anyway.
Yeah, true. Anyway, so
I can't wait to rewatch that scene and remember that it happened.
When Jean Reno says he has it, he produces another one. He's like, "Don't you mean this one?" And he's like, "Oh, I know what you're thinking." And he taps his head with it. He's like, "You're seeing this, and what's that?" And you think you've got it. And then he throws it. Jean Reno throws it in the trash, and he's like, "If you fucking mess with me, I'll cut you with a knife." And he just reaches into the trash. He reaches into the trash can and grabs it. And Ving Rhames is like, so he had it the whole time. You're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
That's like fucking Highlander 2 recall right there, buddy.
I remember that, 96, right? It's that 92, 98 window.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the second half of that scene. I just don't remember him having a square CD case in his mouth. You mean like a mini disc, not like a full size?
No, I think it's a full
No,
disc.
that's not possible! Unless you're like a Dick Tracy character, you can't do that off. Anyway, I can't wait.
We'll find out.
Oh,
we'll find out.
Yeah, listen, I won't watch it until we do it for Patreon, because I don't want to spoil it. Yeah. And then there's a weird moment. There's lots of weird moments, but in lieu of a recap sequence, we get like an AI generated montage of stuff that happened in the previous movies. Aren't there like clips playing from the previous movies, which are supposed to be like AI going through the history of Ethan Hunt and what he's been doing in the last 30 years?
Oh, I do vaguely remember that. But is that them still talking at the party?
I think so.
Like before they split up and the chase starts?
I think basically like AI is showing us what it's found out about Ethan Hunt, and this is where we get the Anthony Hopkins face, I think. The one reference to Mission Impossible 2 in any of these other sequels. Although, oh no, you thought that Luther was in the last movie. Luther was talking about Thandie Newton, but it turns out it was. Do you think they thought it was Thandie Newton when he said it in that movie? He said he's only loved 2 other women.
Yeah.
Do you think they thought that they were making a reference to Thandie Newton?
Yes. Who do you think it was?
Well, now, on the basis of this movie, I think it's that girl that got shot in the flashback.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. Interesting.
But I think you might be right that at the time, they thought they were talking about Thandie Newton, and they got to the beginning of this movie. It's like, no, we're going to retcon it that we really meant...
Yeah, but this woman, Ethan might have not even told him about her, because that's from his criminal past. I don't know. Do these guys keep those secrets?
Well, Luther...
It's such a fucking can of worms.
So, yeah, it is literally it is literally a can, and on it is written worms.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I never even considered that. That's interesting.
No, because I didn't consider the other option was that they were talking about Thandie Newton.
Yeah.
And then when I got to this movie, I was like, oh, it was a lead-in to
this mystery woman.
So maybe and that's what I can't figure out. Like, was the mystery woman always was the mystery box woman always part of the plan from Fallout onwards, or were they talking about Thandie Newton and then they retconned it to be her? And by the way, who is she? What was their relationship?
Well,
it's all for naught anyway.
Just because she's a woman, it doesn't mean that they were in love.
But except that
could be his sister for all we know.
But he seems inordinately cut up about it.
True.
That you could connect the dots.
Yeah.
And no one has mentioned anything to do with Thandie Newton in any other respect.
No, true.
Might have been talking about Paula Patton. We don't know what happened to her.
True.
He might have killed her and buried her in the woods.
That's what you get for not joining the Scientologists.
Just 2 graves, one for Jeremy Renner and one for her. My next note is, am I going too far ahead when I say alleyway fight?
No.
Okay.
I think you're at where you should be.
Okay, good. I know I threw you with the Orient Express, but it was the mention of the Orient Express rather than the hour of this movie that takes place there.
I do remember watching it once, and I was like, oh, we're at the Orient Express pretty fast. Like, there can't be too much left of this movie. And I was like, oh.
I thought that too. I thought that exact same thing.
Oh, an hour, huh?
Yeah. It's different when you're watching it on digital, because you know exactly how long it is versus when you're in the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
You can always delude yourself that it's nearly over.
Right.
But you can't really do that with streaming in the same way. Unless you pick the pause button that doesn't give you the timer.
The shit doesn't show. What do you think of that close-up fight?
Too many Dutch angles. But besides that, overall a nice tribute to the old boy long take. I think that's what they're going for, right?
Well, you always think they're always thinking about something else. I don't know if they are.
I think that the concept is similar. That just kind of moving, like keeping it one shot and then just moving it adjusting the camera back and
kind of
forth.
backward, forward, yeah.
Wherever the action takes place. Have you seen Old Boy? You know what I'm talking about? That's
Oh, yeah.
incredible. Absolutely. I mean, second half of that movie sucks, but that scene is just fucking amazing.
It's great.
It goes for a lot of Korean movies I've seen.
Did you ever see the Spike Lee?
No, I never saw the remake with Josh.
I think I saw that movie. Josh Brolin and yeah.
I find that with a lot of Korean movies that are very highly rated, like Parasite. I really didn't like the second half of that movie either. I loved the first half, didn't like the second half.
I haven't seen that since the theater, but I remember loving. I don't remember hating the second half.
I haven't drawn you into my little world of selective appreciation of good movies.
Now I'm gonna have to watch that movie in two halves. And
I'm with Trump. They should have just given it to a movie like Gone with the Wind. Should have given the Oscar. I mean, that just goes beyond racist dog whistling, doesn't it? To say, why can't they make movies like Gone with the Wind? Literally said that.
When did he say that? I don't remember this.
When Parasite won the Oscar, he said they're giving it to foreign movies now. Why can't they give it to American movies? Why don't they make movies like Gone with the Wind? And then all his racist crowd went, oh, yeah, Gone with the Wind. A movie that was even too racist for the 30s. Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
great.
There's no code there, is there? There's no code to crack. That's
no.
Fucking...
It's not hidden.
I want to see black people chasing chickens in my movies.
Fuck. Oh shit. Well, I like you said. I like the fight, and
it
I
goes
think it's
on
interesting.
too long.
I think it's interesting that he leaves her alive too. Because she's, and it's even in the next movie, like they're gonna make a comedic bit out of him killing a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's as though part of his code is, like, she doesn't have her sword now. She's hurt and on the ground. I won't kill her if she's prone and unable to fight back.
And you like this character?
I do.
Interesting.
There are some actors
she's like an anime character in real life. Like, she's not. She could have been a drawing.
I think she's
like Roger Rabbit.
I think she's like James Bond, broad villain, delicious.
Okay.
I like her running over fucking shit in that Jeep. I like the face paint. I like every look she gives in this movie. I just like her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to argue against that.
Plus, it's always nice to see them go with when they gender swap, and you have a badass female
only
villain.
If you do it properly. I don't think this is done properly.
Well, what's wrong with it? What's your problem?
Well, she could be like one of the living drawings in the Yaha Take On Me video. She's so one-dimensional.
I don't think that's true either, because
I'll throw you a bone. In the next movie, I think it's worse when they try and make her three-dimensional. But for right now...
Okay, yeah.
For right now, it's...
But I think that exists in this movie, because she's the one that saves the day at the end.
I still think... I don't know. I feel like you can have the badass and they can still be a recognizable character, and I just don't see it with any... Vanessa Kirby as well, like, I don't... There's literally, like, let's get Vanessa Kirby into a movie, because she's in all the movies now.
True.
And Hayley Atwell as well. I mean, that's a bit more selective, because she's kind of had her moment, I think. But, so this is kind of more... I'm not that she, but I think she's had her biggest roles, probably, by this point.
Yeah, right.
At least in this kind of cinema, like Agent Carter and... What else is she known for, Hayley Atwell?
Agent Carter. I mean, that's what she's most known for, you know?
Well, what else has she done, though? Because people think she's amazing. There must be more than just Agent Carter.
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Okay. Well,
Why don't we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break and do some homework.
Yeah, we'll do homework, and then we'll come back to the Orient Express shenanigans.
Did you know that the Everything Sequel podcast has a sequel? It's our Patreon, and for a low monthly donation, you can get up to 2 exclusive, full-length, ad-free bonus episodes. $5 a month gets you an episode discussing all the original movies from the series we've covered on the podcast. And that's a lot of snakeheads. But $10 a month scores you the reboot to boot. Support Everything Sequel on Patreon and reap the benefits of amazing brand new content you quite literally can't get anywhere else. Got more money than sense? We also offer one-time payments that will get you in the driver's seat of the podcast. Maybe even the passenger seat. That metaphor doesn't work, but our show does. So join the Patreon and believe the hype. It's a sequel.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Tom and I are here finishing up with whatever this movie's called.
Dead Reckoning Part 1. We
Right.
We didn't talk about. In a way, Dead Reckoning is the most oblique of all the titles, all the subtitles.
Yeah, definitely.
It refers to nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
They don't even say it.
Nothing at all.
That's the first time they don't even say it in the movie.
I don't
right?
think so. Maybe they use the
Yeah.
word reckoning, but they don't say dead reckoning. Maybe dead and reckoning are said separately. It's dead ... reckoning. And part
Well,
one.
I've got-
And the part one is redundant too.
Well, I've got one Haley Atwell up here.
Oh yeah, we looked her up. And this is the first time we're talking about this too.
I feel like I was mostly right. Like, we mostly know her from...
Was it a Henry
Agent
Cavill
Carter
mustache
shit.
situation? Were you mostly
Yeah.
Yeah, just Captain America.
But you were surprised about Paddington in Peru. We had to look that up to remember what the fuck she was in that.
She's been in lots of iconic British television and film.
Peter Rabbit 2.
Yeah. So
Blinded by the Light.
you
She was Christopher Robin and Cinderella. Lots of British shit.
yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, so she's really her reputation is carried by a single character in a Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Guess you can do that these days. It's like Paul Bettany, when you think Paul Bettany's done way more than Vision, and he really hasn't.
Some more, though. He's a beautiful mind apparition.
He's the Palpatine guy in Angels and Demons or Da Vinci Code, one of the two.
Yeah.
One of those Dan Browns.
Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci
He's
Code.
He's the albino.
I remember him. His best performance is Gangster Number 1. It's an incredible performance in that movie. Gangster Number 1.
Oh, that's the name
That's
of
the
the
name
movie?
of the movie. So it's a.
I thought that was the name of the character.
So it's no. Well,
I thought he had a small part. You were like,
have you
"He
not
just
seen it?"
fucking killed it. No.
so it's basically like a British gangster, and it's told in flashback. So it begins the movie modern day as Malcolm McDowell, and then he flashes back.
Seems like that should upset you.
And then but basically Malcolm McDowell when it's the modern day, and then when it goes back in time, it's Paul Bettany playing him as a young man.
Uh-huh.
It's got a great opening sequence where Malcolm McDowell pisses into a champagne glass singing "The Good Life" by Frank Sinatra. It's kind of all you want from opening of a movie. All I want.
Yeah. that says something, my friend.
God bless Malcolm McDowell.
Well, when we left off, I was saying that the book. Well, one, like Ilsa dies, and
I don't care. At this point, it's happened so many times in this movie already. Potentially.
Ilsa dies, and I don't care. Like Jimmy Crack
Jimmy
Corn.
Crack Corn! I always thought that. Have I said this before? I'm getting deja vu here.
I don't know. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I guess it will only be deja vu if I say it. I always thought that song was about Jimmy Carter.
I don't know if you said that before.
But
again, I'm hardly ever listening.
Like when I think the mental image I get when I sing, and I do frequently, Jimmy crack corn. I see Jimmy Carter cracking corn in my head.
Cracking corn?
Yeah.
That's great.
I know I'm known for peanuts, but that's more Bill Clinton. What's the rule? There's the rule of doing the Clinton impersonation. You do that. Kevin
James
Pollock. Kevin Pollock came up with.
Oh, I don't remember.
There's a way of becoming Bill Clinton using two other president impersonations. I have to look it up. I'll report back.
One would have to be Carter.
One is definitely Carter. It's like mixing colors. You add something to Carter and it makes Clinton.
Yeah. This one thing I'll say about that fight between Gabriel and Ilsa is, like, I think of her as more capable than really
Grace?
Just about it. No, Ilsa.
Yeah, they just have to kill her.
But yeah, they have to kill her. But you know,
she should have gone out in a blaze of glory, like really kind of like saving someone's life, or
she saves
riding a bomb.
Grace.
Yeah. Well, but Grace is her replacement.
Yeah.
And we can do.
I like that Grace says what she says. She says, "I'm the reason she's dead," and Luther says, "No, she's the reason you're alive." That's good.
And then he disappears. And
celestial
you know what light comes down and takes him up back into his heaven with his angel wings.
Then they all explain the choice to her. And it just sort of re-angers me.
This is the Scientology bit for me.
Yeah.
Because it's all time for the Scientology bit.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I bet this is lifted wholesale from how they do Scientology recruitment.
Mm-hmm.
Or any kind of cult. Yeah, and you're right. It's the terms of change of what being an IMF agent changed so much in this one movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that it makes, like, I didn't even think through the previous movies, but now you can't. You can't apply this logic to the rest of the movies. I mean, we've already found huge holes in there.
Right. Yeah.
Like, whole movies couldn't happen with this
if this nonsense existed.
Yeah. So God knows how many more there are.
Well.
I'm gonna go rogue. No, you'll come back to us.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And complete your oath, or we'll kill you, and then your oath will be over. So you probably want us to kill you, but we're not gonna do that.
Doesn't Luther say he's got to leave? He's gonna make the poison pill for the next movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
And contract a life-threatening illness.
Some sort of cancerous disease.
We don't know this until the next movie, do we?
No.
Feels like they could have set that up too if they'd have wanted to.
I don't know. I keep hearing different things that, like, his health wasn't real good in real life, and that's what instigated some of this nonsense.
So their solution was,
I don't know,
make him look even sicker.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he's gonna die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Narratively,
yeah,
because he makes the choice to blow himself up, so it doesn't matter that he's dying.
Yeah, right.
To the story, because he would have made the same choice.
He would have made the same choice no matter what.
That's so weird.
Because he's taken the vow.
Oh yeah, the vow. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that since the first Mission Impossible, the vow.
Right. Well, and what happens? It's like they make one mask, but then it breaks.
Mm.
So Ethan just promises she's got to go alone, and Ethan promises he'll be on that train.
Is this the movie where is it this movie where they talk about the weighted parachute, or is it the next one?
This one.
Okay.
Right?
It's a lot of it. Yeah, it's a lot of excuses as to why, presumably, like, scenes they've already filmed need to happen the way they are happening.
Because he's only got the one parachute, but he can't carry her, or
probably because they already filmed the stunt.
Maybe, yeah, right.
and they had to work back.
Maybe.
Yeah, so yeah, we've already had the masking of Hayley Atwell as Vanessa Kirby,
Mm-hmm.
which is we've seen before with Benji and Lane, but there isn't really enough of a distinction between these two characters for it to be interesting as a concept in the same way. It's not like, you know, I'm trying to think of the name of any of He-Man's henchmen. What's the name of that little wizard guy?
I don't remember. Yeah,
but it's like that little wizard guy exchanged faces with Skeletor, essentially.
Skeletor. Yeah.
This is just like, you know, an anti-hero and a villain exchange. I was like, well, kind of cut from the same cloth.
Carrie Elwes is back.
Yeah. Well, everyone's on this train. I mean...
Yeah, everybody and their mother's on this train. Kittredge is on the train. Gabriel's on the train.
It's like the lady vanishes.
Yeah.
Well, this is another full circle to the first movie because the final sequence of that is a train sequence.
Mm-hmm.
As we said on the Eurostar. As I said on the Eurostar. Although I'm speaking for you because you do know that the movie ends on the Eurostar.
Yeah.
So they're kind of looking back, but you know, you can think of numerous spy movies that take place on a train, or crime genre mystery movies, Murder on the Orient Express.
Narrow Margin.
Yeah.
Hackman.
Silver Streak.
And The Smoke Show, Ann Archer.
GoldenEye. So it's kind of both the series and the genre that they're playing through here. This is where I really thought if we take out the Boardwalk Empire cast members from this movie, how much time would we get back? Which is, you know, interesting because I don't think Shea Wigham's that bad. I like the kind of trying to pull people's faces off. I like him as an actor. I love Boardwalk Empire, but and his character in it, but really don't need him.
No.
For any part of this.
I mean, we didn't mention it during the Entity party, but there's that whole chase scene where Ethan's chasing or trying to chase Gabriel, but then he's chasing Ethan, who's also chasing Hayley Atwell. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like that's one group chasing too many.
But also part of the reason I think you could literally just excise them from the movie is they're never on screen with any of the main characters. They're literally in their own little movie the whole time.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder whether it was a scheduling thing and why they thought they needed filler to make a 2.5 hour movie 3 hours, more like 3 hours. Like, where's the
part
impetus?
of the problem I think of these two movies is that they were shooting a lot of them simultaneously.
I heard that too, yeah.
Then COVID shit happened, I think, right? That's why this movie's delayed till 23. Is that part of it?
That would make sense. I also heard that they were changing the script and the concept so often that people were going into scenes saying lines and they had no idea.
Right.
And and presumably no one behind the scenes.
And so part of the problem is they were shooting two of them together, but a bulk of the second one was like being rearranged and rethought and retooled.
I hadn't thought about COVID. That makes more sense that they wouldn't be on screen together.
Yeah, there's like a whole thing of like Tom Cruise calling countries and saying, now, what are you guys doing as far as your COVID protocols? And they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to have to shut down. And he's like, oh, really? Like, we're starting to open it back up. And they're like, really? We haven't heard that. And he goes, no, yeah, I think it's going to, like, he's gaming entire other countries to just trick them into letting them come and shoot there because he says he knows he could make it safe.
Well, then he has the nerve to, you know, go on that tirade against people not wearing their masks.
Mm-hmm.
On COVID, I think it was on the set of Top Gun Maverick, was it, where he lost his shit? No, I think that was this. I think it was Mission Impossible in London. I think he lost his shit on people. I'm like, it always felt disingenuous, but now I know that factually it is because
Well, I think that's what I mean, though. I mean, I think to speak to your point of that, I think that's in reaction to he said he could make it safe, and then he sees people not wearing masks, and that's not safe, so he has the right to lay into them.
And that's how management works.
Yeah.
I create a problem, and then I blame other people.
And then I blame other people, right.
Yeah. Wow. America 2025.
Anyway, on the train, Grace is now the White Widow, and she's kind of working for herself as she's talking to Kittredge. She gets rid of the bodyguard and says, just make sure she's free and clear or whatever, that Grace is free and clear. I just like her. Kittredge is a professional fucking intelligence guy who can't see through this subterfuge.
Right, and this begin to lose. Everyone's making alliances with each other, and it's difficult to tell who's on whose side. It's like those later Pirates of the Caribbean movies where it's just people making deals with each other, and you can't keep track of any of it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ethan seems to have become the dumbest person in the world because Benji's sending him to the top of a mountain as though it's gonna show up. He makes it seem as though he's going to show up right next to the train. But why would you think that when you're going to the top of a mountain?
Right.
Again, you're another person in professional intelligence work. Somewhere about halfway up the mountain, you should say, where the fuck are you taking me? This is away from the train.
I heard a really great story the other day that Billy Connolly told about he had Sean Connery over he was having Sean Connery over for dinner, and he was like cooking, and his wife says, Sean Connery's on the phone, he's lost, he can't find the place. And he's like, I told him 3 or 4 times how to find it, it's really easy to find. So he goes out and drives around trying to find Sean Connery, who's like lost and ends up at the fire station. And he's like, well, what? It's like, what are you doing? And then he's like, those directions you gave me were terrible directions you gave me. And he's like, well, don't you have like a GPS or something that you can use to find it? And he's like, oh, I can't use those things. And he's like, for fuck's sake, you're James Bond! And that's what I think when I watch this sequence. I'm like, for fuck's sake, you're Ethan Hunt! Figure it out! Yeah, and this surplus of characters. Oh, there's an interesting somebody I think it's Ketteridge mentioned something about that the world has kind of become a super state where every country is purging its enemies. And in 2023 this was kind of science fiction to an extent, and
yeah, right,
it's kind of our everyday reality now.
Right.
Yeah, and so this is where we get to the stunt of it all, right? Because
it's the motorcycle jump.
The motorcycle jump, and I think the setup is fine. Like, they set it up like a magic trick would.
Mm-hmm.
Building with anticipation.
It's pretty funny too. Like when he's talking to Benji, he's like, "Now what? Well, jump."
So there's all this kind of showmanship. You get the "Spy Who Loved Me" kind of silence.
Yeah.
And then it's like it goes very montagey very quickly, and I'm like, just let that stunt breathe. That's what works about it. I'm not saying you have to have him like open up a parachute with fucking the American flag on it, but I think timing wise and pacing wise, you should be focusing on the stunt rather than cutting back and forth between the 20 lines of action you've got going at this point.
I think, do they? I mean, I know that he goes off the cliff.
We get flashbacks in the middle of this. Well, there's like flashbacks to stuff that's happened and cross-cutting.
There's cross-cutting, but to me it's just so that
like the risk, the danger isn't there in the story-wise.
Well, they're saving it for what they would call a laugh of him going through the window to save her life. Like he saves her by accident.
Okay.
And actually as not a punchline, but it kind of works too. I mean, it's when he comes through the window, it's pretty funny.
And there's the scene straight afterwards where you realize that there's too many characters in this set piece. There's two characters literally pass each other asking what the other's doing in the movie. Like Kitteridge and Sheer Wiggum.
Kitteridge and... Yeah.
They pass each other. Hey, what are you doing here? And I'm like...
He goes, don't worry, sir. I'm not here.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And then this is full callback to the Channel Tunnel bridge moment here when they're on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to ride the roof of the train like he does in Mission
There's
Impossible.
knife and there's a knife fight on top, and it's all very callback to that first movie.
And this is kind of where, yes, it's also, I mean, it's pushing the boundaries of plausibility that this could happen twice in a 30-year time span in exactly the same way. But whatever. I think Cruise's acting is really bad when he's trying to kill. Is it Morales?
Gabriel?
Gabriel on the roof. It's like parody, Pacino levels of self-parody going on here. I just remember thinking, wow, he's losing his grip on, like, melodrama and not taking it too far.
I don't remember. I have to. Now I'm gonna have to watch it a fifth time, I guess.
No, don't do that. So apparently it gets better. So apparently it's me who has to watch it another 4 times to understand the brilliance of all of these.
Really appreciate.
But I just remember thinking, like I don't have any problems with any of his acting at any point in the movie, but this stood out to me as he really misjudged the tone of this. And maybe it is because he's overcompensating because he's doing a lot of this practically and he wants it to read, but I get that. But I feel like there's a way of doing it. Or maybe he's, the stunt, he's kind of got, in the same way Evel Knievel is sort of fucked himself up.
Yeah.
Maybe he's done that to himself now. I don't know. Doesn't end well for most stuntmen.
No, right. Hot Rod style.
And also the other kind of unintentional comedy is the standoff on top of the train. There's a lot of pointing at each other, and I was thinking of the Spider-Man meme. There was lots of like,
who, me? What are you talking about? Hey, don't point at me.
And then I think, okay, so my operational theory is something happened during a stunt that did something to Cruise's brain, like he ran out of oxygen. It was deprived of oxygen for a period. Because this moment, he's speaking in an Irish accent. He's speaking in his Irish accent from Far and Away.
What?
Go back and look at it. I rewound it. He starts speaking with an Irish accent. Out of nowhere. That's
on
it.
top of the train?
Yeah.
Like when Whitman shows up?
I bet his brain was deprived of oxygen for a significant period of time, and it fucked with his ability to act and what accent he naturally has.
Nonsense.
I was right about Henry Cavill's mustache.
All right, don't take that too far, all right? That's like one thing. Oh, that's great.
And then we go into we get another cliffhanger with the kind of train hanging off the side of the mountain.
Now this I like. I like this whole
feels very
stunt.
Again, goes back to the Italian job.
This is better than the motorcycle shit to me.
Yeah. Well, except that it's so deep into the sequence now, I just wanted that train to crash.
To be over.
Feels like the sequence is never going to end. I feel like I go for a piss, come back, and I would still be watching the train fall down the mountain.
It looks like a full practical stunt to me, though, when the train goes off the tracks and crashes.
It's not very credible, though. I mean, they're defying gravity in every possible way. And then, they have to leave Grace behind.
Yeah.
Even though she would have fallen to her death.
Well, no, the train has stopped falling off the edge, Tom.
Yeah, that does...
Simple.
The physics doesn't work in the world of physics, I'm sorry. It doesn't, just something...
Yeah, eventually forward momentum stops.
Really?
All the cars that needed to fall over fell over, and then the train just stops.
Okay.
It's fine.
And then we have a voiceover coming... The voiceover at the beginning comes back. Is that right? The movie ends
Who
with
was the voiceover?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't write that down.
Hmm.
And we go back underwater. I think we see the submarine again.
But Paris saves the day. She's the one that helps Ethan from falling.
Hmm. And we go back underwater and we see the submarine one last time, don't we?
Yeah.
And then we go back at the voiceover. I got voiceover coming full circle. Is it Kitteridge's voiceover, maybe?
Maybe. I was going to say.
But
Briggs wants to shoot. Oh, yeah, but Ethan jumps. Blah, 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 blah. Grace tells Kittredge she chooses to accept, so she's ready to take the oath. Oh, we forgot about the surprise, by the way, because when Ethan was on top of the roof, he got the key from Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good surprise. I like that. Even though he was about to kill him in his rage, he still could pick a pocket.
If we follow the supposition of that was the best part, what do we need the stunts for? And the trains and the planes and the motorcycles? If the best part was used when a man found a key in his pocket, what do we need the rest of it for?
It's exciting, Tom. It's exciting.
I agree. I think it's more effective than what's going on with all the crazy stunt work around here. Yeah, because we go back to the submarine. There's like a teaser, like, oh, it will.
Yeah, I don't remember who the voiceover is, though.
It's like the truth about this goes back to the submarine, and I know they want to do like a full circle thing and set up the next movie, but when they do stuff like that, it kind of makes me feel like everything I just saw was pointless. Because we're gonna start.
You could have just shown the front submarine scene and the end submarine scene and be done.
Yeah. Wouldn't have changed a thing.
Well, you would have omitted some stuff.
Would you? Anything useful?
Well,
because the key's there, right? That's the point. The key's there that they need to get.
No, they have the key.
Oh, what is it? It's a piece of something they've got to get.
The thing they have to put the key in is in the submarine.
Like fucking this is like the Rise of Skywalker all over again with the fucking holocrons and pointing.
What was that little pyramid box called?
It's the same. It's the fucking same thing. This is a spy movie. This isn't National fucking Treasure. Why are we doing all this shit? But I don't like it when they're like, oh, we'll go back to the submarine later. It's like, fucking tell me about it now. You've got my interest. Anyway.
I have to admit, it's a very long movie just to get to all right, now we got to go back to the submarine.
Yeah. And then they don't do the reprise of titles this time.
No.
This says end of part 1, right? End part 1?
Yeah, I think so. There will be no part 2.
There will be no part 2. Do you think they're going to have a special edition that? Call the whole thing The Final Reckoning, part 1 and 2?
Ooh, that could be. They might do that.
Because there's no way when you change the title and the number of parts halfway through that it doesn't look like something's gone wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't, George Lucas retcon it that it / Palpatine that it was the plan all along.
Yeah, right. All right, do you have more credit check, or was that it?
No, I know. I have more. Slightly more.
Okay.
Aerial coordinator Stephen Moth. Makes sense that he'd be able to pass on his flying wisdom to humans, being a moth. His middle name is the animal.
I think it'd be great if that was the last one.
What? A joke that didn't even make you laugh. When
I got the moth joke and I'm out.
When your entire job is to laugh at my jokes. Animal wranglers, the devil's horsemen. Wouldn't you think you were?
Jesus Christ!
Wouldn't you think you were getting evil horses?
Yeah. I don't like that at all.
Oh. Swiss music ensemble who play some of the music in this movie are the Top Secret Drum Corps. And I'm like, were they handpicked for the movie because they had Top Secret in their name, or was it just
I think
just a lucky
this is
accident?
This is what I think. I think Tom Cruise handpicked some musicians right around Mission Impossible 3. It's like kids, and he's like, "You're gonna start training now."
Yeah.
And you're training for my 9th movie or 8th movie in this fucking series. Get to work.
I wonder whether he like Top Secret in tribute to my dying friend Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is great. AI is thanked
What?
in the special thanks. They give special thanks to an AI program, which seems fickle given what this movie's about. Because the entity party, the live immersive experience, is AI generated.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's sort of like when you listen to a famous musician talking about climate change, and then they arrive at their charity concert in a private jet, and they're lecturing you about not filling your kettles too high.
Yeah, I always fill my kettle exactly how fucking high I want.
You don't have a kettle.
Don't worry about me.
Do you have a kettle?
I do.
Oh, okay. I always thought what do you use it for?
Almost nothing.
No, you don't drink coffee. You don't drink tea, right?
No.
What are you heating? Why are you heating water? I'm a little worried that you're doing
Maybe a hot cocoa?
Okay. There you go. That's it. I'm sold. Oh, but you do it with water, not milk?
Well, it depends.
Do you pour milk into your kettle and heat?
No, that I don't do.
I don't think you should do that. I don't think that they... And then finally, my final credit check, they have a note about not damaging any of the scenery in Rome that's shown in the car chase.
Oh, yeah.
And I know this is a thing that's come up before, I think with Mortal Kombat 2, Annihilation.
Probably one of those Fast and Furious movies, too, the last one.
Well, they had to say they didn't damage any of Petra when they were there.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So it's obviously got something to do with like being Vatican City and listed buildings and things like that. But I just like the idea that the audience need to know that they didn't actually trash Rome when they were there.
It's amazing.
Leads me to believe they fucking trashed Rome when they were there. As it always does.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yes, that is the final one.
Very good, then. Last thoughts?
Well,
you changed your mind? You think it's great?
How did you know? No, like I said, I forensically examined my notes, and I found that there were moments that I enjoyed, and in my head I was like, there must be some reason why I put this above the Final Reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can single out what I enjoyed about the Final Reckoning. I can't single out what I enjoyed about this, but it really is. I mean, it's in fits and bursts throughout. And nothing really successfully lands completely for me in the entire movie, but there are these little glimmers of how it could be better, and notes of
like with a second
success.
viewing.
Well, I'm almost tempted to do that, but
that seems hard to believe.
It's just so boring. I don't often get bored at movies, but
on my birthday, I'll get a little note, like a text that says, "For your birthday, I watched it a second time. It still sucks."
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Your birthday's coming up, isn't it? So I can do that.
Yours too.
Oh, later. You're September though, aren't you?
No, I'm October.
Oh, you're October too. I didn't know you were also.
We're both
Libra?
Octobers.
Are we both Libras?
I'm right on the cusp.
What's next after Libra?
Scorpio.
Is it before or after? So I'm just trying to make it easier for data hackers to find us. And your social? Okay. Well then,
I'll leave it right there.
What can I see? I only want you to see movies that you haven't seen, but I know you will enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Saturday Night Fever primarily.
Yeah.
Which I know you're gonna love because you love bleak 70s movies. This is in some ways the bleakest. Because there's a veneer of hope around it that is shattered by the events of the movie. Yeah. What else? What's another one that you haven't seen that you really should see?
I don't know.
Well, Gangster Number One. You should watch that.
Oh, yeah.
You'd like that too. I don't know.
I still haven't seen Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. That feels like it would be more of a punishment for you because it's so long.
It is long.
But I think you'd enjoy parts of it.
That's what always stops me.
Have you watched that? I'll watch Dead Reckoning Part 1 again. It's still on Prime, right? I'll have to pay for it.
Still on Paramount Plus.
Well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to have Paramount Plus because I shouldn't really have it now. I'm effectively stealing it.
No.
Yeah, there's a glitch in Paramount Plus that sometimes it doesn't revoke my free trial. And I checked and double-checked. I'm not paying for it anywhere.
Nice.
But the only thing is, it's the worst streaming platform that exists. It's the slowest, it's the most glitchy. So I'm not surprised. This is a glitch in my favor, but if I were to turn it on and try and watch a movie, I'd have to wait conservatively 5 minutes for it to load up to watch anything.
I'd like you to watch Mobland. See what you think about that.
I've accidentally, because it's so glitchy, I've accidentally watched the first few minutes of the Baywatch movie. About 7 times. Because it just starts playing. I push the buttons for what I want, and it's gone too slowly. And it does
something else?
It's done too...
I don't have this problem with Paramount Plus.
Well, maybe it's kind of linked to my brain, and it's telling me what I want to watch.
I'm watching Dexter Resurrection on Paramount Plus. I don't watch any of Dexter. Now. I'm enjoying it. Oh, Dexter's fun.
And it ended badly, and now people like it again.
It did end badly, but certainly watch through season 4.
I gotta know
it ends well. Me?
I gotta know it ends well.
No, you don't.
I do. I can't just stop watching at the end of season 4 if I like it.
All right, keep watching because it ends great.
Thank you. Keep hope alive.
Well, if you'd like to talk about Dexter Resurrection or this fucking movie, by all means.
We really have talked about everything but Dead Reckoning in this episode. I apologize. That's come largely from me.
By all means, you let us know. Find us on the books and the grams and the threads and the carrier pigeons and whatever else we're on. What else are we on?
Catapults. Catapult is a message. Drop us a line at Temu.
Yeah, I'm not wrong about that, am I? That's a real thing.
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know enough about it to correct you. I know it exists.
I work with a guy, Temu. I work with a guy who's always like, I got this on Temu. And I'm like, how do you get anything from Temu? It looks like a site that's just basically designed to steal your money.
Chinese online marketplace.
I told you it was Chinese.
You did. I just thought you were being racist. I know how anti-Chinese you are. Which is no bad thing.
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
It's okay to hate it in the same way that you hate, like, Russia as a state. Right? You can hate China as a state. They do some fucked up shit over there in China. Just can't hate the Chinese people or the Russian people.
Right.
Except the ones in charge.
Don't hate the food.
Russian or Chinese? Actually, I love Russian food. Have you ever had Russian food?
I don't think I've had a lot of Russian food, no.
Ooh, you'll like it. It's hearty. There's a restaurant here. just doing ads now. There's a restaurant here in San Diego called Pomegranate, which is Georgian Russian food. It's my favorite restaurant in San Diego.
Where is it?
Like North Park area.
All right.
El Cajon Boulevard.
Maybe we'll do that before Batman.
Is it El Cajon Boulevard? Yeah, I think it. Pomegranate. Oh yeah, no, it's not really close to Mission Valley, but.
All right, we'll go somewhere else.
Hey, we're going to see Batman. We'll report back on that field trip. We're going to go and see Batman's in Dobley.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, or you can send an email to everythingsequel@gmail.com.
We never get over that hump, do we?
No, never. For Tom Stewart of Lonesome Whistle Productions, Michael Schatz here. I'm from the How Dare You Awards. When you hear us next, it's not Dead Reckoning Part 2, I'll tell you that much.
No.
We'll be talking Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. Say goodbye to everybody, Tom.
They always go rogue. Him and his merry band of prankster circus freaks. Those two, I didn't realize that those two characters are called Dagus and Briggs.
Mm-hmm.
They sound like clowns in a Shakespeare play. Like I was making the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern comparison. It's not too far off. Not even with the names.
And one of them, what's his name? He's Greg Tarzan Davis.
No.
He's a self-proclaimed Tarzan.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but that's like he has a nickname.
Is it
Briggs
a nickname though? I'm seeing it's not in quotes.
Oh, it's not? That's just his
on
middle
IMDb.
name?
It's Greg Tarzan Davis.
Wow.
Well, he needs to update his IMDb because it says Greg Tarzan Davis will next be seen opposite Tom Cruise in Top Gun Maverick, due in theaters in July of 2021. So this doesn't even appear on his fucking summary.
That's great.
Yeah, there's nothing about... I'm going to just quickly look at trivia.
Really?
Yeah, to see... I want to know how he was named Oh, apparently his career goal was to become an elementary school teacher.
How's that related to Tarzan?
Oh. So there's 3 sections. Trivia, quotes, and nickname.
Nickname. Go to nickname.
What does it say under nickname?
Tarzan.
Mystery solved.
I knew it. All right, that's it, everyone.